r/ask Reddit. What makes absolutely 0% sense to you? Eggman always outruns Sonic, even though Sonic is supposed to be the fastest thing alive. Never underestimate the power of a fat bald man with a killer mustache. Edit. Holy shit. So can my uncle run at the speed of sound? How people can be such absolute dunce to complete strangers. Working in retail has made me bitter. If you're only bitter, then I don't think you've worked there long enough. I would describe myself as a broken shell of a man who has lost all hope in society. I feel like retail is why I'm single and 35. I can't deal with people anymore. Reddit search function. Here are 20 mildly relevant results from 5 years ago, while completely ignoring what you are actually looking for. Followed 100 completely irrelevant results with the keywords scattered randomly around the several paragraphs of text. How speakers work. I get that a cone vibrates at different frequencies etc, etc. But how that single cone recreates instruments, voices, noises etc is just black magic to me. Edit. I'd just like to say I do indeed understand the basic theory behind how speakers work. It's the fact that a pair of speakers can recreate an entire orchestra. The fact you can pick out each and every individual instrument. This is what blows my mind. Yes, that and how the same thing occurs with a vinyl record. Vinyl records have me so confused. That my spouse cannot close anything completely. Everything is halfway screwed on or has the top just sitting on it. So many things spilled and broken. I'm ducking constantly closing drawers and cabinets around here. Every day of my life. God damn it. So happy I'm not alone with this. Why can't they simply shut a door? Though both food and drug, alcoholic beverages are not regulated by the Food and Drug Administration. That's interesting. Are they regulated? Like, does ATF do that kind of stuff? Yeah, exactly. But that's why there are no nutrition labels on alcoholic drinks. I currently live in Texas. The fact that I'm on standby for going into work during this weather is baffling. My store still hasn't officially closed. Whoever is attempting to shop at a clothing store during a hurricane make no sense. Edit. The store closed for the day, but I'm supposed to open tomorrow. Hope for another day off. Edit 2. I'm in San Marcos, which is prone to some bad flooding. I work at the outlets which never closes for anything, so I'm actually surprised they did. A couple years ago we had tornado sirens going off and I was having to yell at people to get into the fitting rooms or get out. People were pissed I didn't let them shop. That's the best time to be open. The merchandise just flies off the shelves. Maybe they need a raincoat? How when you make a post about something it gets no upvotes whatsoever, and then 1 week later you see the same post from a different guy with 4K upvotes at the top. Luck. Something about the search results considering time as a negative factor and upvotes as a positive factor. It don't get enough upvotes in a certain time period. Poof, and your post is gone forever. Early upvotes make all the difference while the quality of the post itself can only help to a degree. It's annoying but it's all timing. The concept of forever. It makes my head hurt to even think too hard about it. It's like a continuous now. You just wrinkled my brain, man. How far humans have come. The fact that I'm holding a supercomputer in my hand right now and the second I post this it can be seen across the world. All from the comfort of your own home. Is toilet. Not using your blinker. Seriously, it's one movement of one finger. A device that literally tells every person on the road what's going to happen a few seconds in the future. And people ignore it, so we all just keep guessing. Why people still, to this day, take up smoking. I can't answer for others, but my story of addiction goes like this. Turning 18 meant being able to legally drink in the UK and open up a new world to me. I was meeting more and more people and everyone knows the best place to socialize is the smoke shelter. As time progressed I would be offered cigarettes and I would smoke purely to be social. I started to buy my own on my way to the pub and oftentimes would finish a pack in a night with the aid of friends. One day I still had a single cigarette left and the next morning got into a heated argument with my then girlfriend. Not for smoking. Can't remember the nature of the argument. To escape the argument, I found myself sat in her garden and felt for my phone only to find a packet and singular cigarette. The rest they say is history, and I've tried numerous times to quit. Last attempt was 3 months until I hit a hard point in my life and I needed the chance to escape. Edit. I'd like to add I intend to replace this addiction with another, healthier addiction. I'm pleased to announce that I will be joining the gym with the desired effect of becoming healthier and at the same time reducing my intake. 2 birds, 1 stone. I'd like to thank the people who have offered support and advice. It is much appreciated. As for the others out there who smoke and hope to quit, are quitting or have quit, there is a lot of valuable advice to be found here. Addiction. It won't be me. Apostrophe. You like to say, I know the how, I know the way, the when, the why, and what to do. It won't be me, and then it's you. I still have no idea how phones and computers work. I've had it explained so many times, but I'm totally fine just being in awe of how cool it all is. All technology is powered by smoke. Once the smoke is released, it ceases to function. Here, can confirm. I have to specify what kind of smoke the production guys put into our electronics. My stepdad was hit by a drunk driver and blew both his knees apart. He eventually filed a lawsuit and won $500,000, but his health insurance company, which he had been paying a premium towards every month for 20 years, demanded he pay them back the money that they had spent on his medical bills. After doing that and giving the lawyer his percentage of the winnings, we were left with $25,000. That is exactly how it works. All insurance that covers harm has a clause that they get reimbursed if you sue for that harm. That's why you sue for damages plus emotional distress, lost work, etc. Yep. Friend in college was hit by a car while walking to class. They got all their medical bills covered plus $500K, I think, for emotional distress or whatever. Finished the degree and now working full time and doesn't live extravagantly. Just bought one decently nice new car. So I guess that money is just a nest egg now. When people put the before picture on the right, edit. First time receiving gold. Thank you, kind stranger. Folding fitted sheets. I can do it. I will post proof if wanted. Edit. Proof the album is backwards. Can't figure out how to fix it. I'm on mobile. I also couldn't figure out how to add text, so here's the written steps. Place fitted sheet design down on a table, with the corners of the fitted sheet at the top corners. Find the bottom corners, and stick your hands in the design side of the corner, and place it inside the top corner that directly across from it. Repeat with other side. All the corners should be nestled inside each other at the top, and the bottom will be a bit bunched up. Take the bottom corner and pull it outwards, lightly, and fold it in on itself. Repeat with other side. You'll then have rectangle shape, allowing you to fold it as a normal sheet. I'm sorry if my description doesn't help. I hope along with the pictures someone will understand it. I'm terrible at that sort of thing. Burn the witch. Why there are certain foods for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Why is cereal a breakfast item? Why is it not normal to eat it for dinner? Why are chicken biscuits a breakfast item? Can't I have those for dinner? Seems appetizing for dinner. Pizza for breakfast is the best. Why is it frowned upon? Edit. RIP inbox. People who frown upon pizza for breakfast are not people you need to have in your life. We don't need that kind of negativity. Flat earthers. Met one in real life the other day and couldn't decide if they were trolling or not and had to end the conversation and walk away. Had an old friend from high school who dedicated his entire Facebook page to proving the earth is flat. Everyone teased him and laughed at him. He finally left Facebook in a huff, claiming oppression. Why the traffic lights downtown are not synchronized so that drivers don't have to stop at every block for yet another red light. It causes endless gridlock at rush hours and needlessly wastes gas with all the stop and go traffic patterns throughout the city. I was actually thinking about this a lot when I was working downtown in my city recently. They definitely try to figure out the most efficient way to manipulate traffic with the light systems, but it always feels like stop and go traffic with no though put into it. The only conclusion I could come to is that it might have something to do with the expected frequency of traffic on different roads. Still doesn't make sense to me. The issue is that traffic is a flow problem that's impossible to fully solve even without drivers being stupid, which they often are. A buddy of mine who's a civil engineer said that absolute best you can get is good flow in one direction, and even that is pretty hard to achieve without totally screwing over everyone else. Scientology. You should try some of their brainwashing, that'll change your mind. Username checks out. Time. I will never be able to wrap my head around time. It must have started at some point. But what was there before time? And was there anything before that? And before that? One day there was nothing. The next day we have a massive universe. I can't comprehend it no matter how hard I try. What was there before time? Littlefoot, Sarah, Ducky, Petrie, Spike. Why people get more outraged by crap they read on Facebook than crap they allow their representatives to pass. Edit. Grammar. Because it's easier and doesn't require understanding of any nuance. People wanting flying cars with as many bad drivers as there are on the ground. Why would you want that in the sky? Most people think that having a flying car would be amazing because they picture being the only car in the sky. SpongeBob made a Krabby Patty in the first episode but was never given the formula. He just knew? It is implied that he knows. There is that one episode where he recites it for plankton but grabbles the names of the ingredients. I don't understand why dental care is not considered actual healthcare and it treated like a sidecar benefit. I tried to go through the Taco Bell drive-thru on a Friday night, and they had closed at 10 PM. What business do you think you are in? There are Taco Bells that close at 10 PM. What madness is this? Could off. When people capitalize every word they type for no real reason, even though it takes more effort, and use question marks as a catch-all punctuation. Edit. Found the example, that was why I was thinking about this. How two morbidly obese people have heterosexual sex. How does it fit? Someone please explain. Edit. Thanks you guys. I'm learning a lot today. It's extremely difficult and unsatisfying. I had trouble staying hard and keeping it inside while she jerked my dong around like a goddamn tennis racket. Wasn't my best sexual experience, but since I was horny and in high school, I took what I could get. Plus she had huge tits that I liked to duck, which was a plus. Source: am morbidly obese and ducked a morbidly obese woman in high school. Currently working on losing weight, down 20 pounds. Will report more later. Edit. Holy shit, I was not expecting this to blow up the way it did. I want to thank you all for your kind and motivational words. It certainly means a lot to me and has given me renewed drive to continue my journey. Hopefully in a year or so I can post before and after pics once I lose 150 pounds or so. Thank you all again. Why they thought removing the headphone jack for a bigger battery was a good idea. Why not make the phone thicker? You old bear. How some sodas drinks have so much sugar in them. Like what would it taste like without the sugar? Did I actually need that much flavoring to mask it, or do we need that much to taste something? The carbonation makes the sugar taste less sweet. Try shaking an almost empty bottle of Coke and drink it. The colder it is, the less sugar it tastes as well. So warm flat Coke tastes like diluted syrup. How easily people can convince themselves they know more about a topic than an expert who has devoted their life to a topic. After a 10-minute Google search, my vet has a coffee mug that says, "Please don't confuse your Google search with my veterinary degree." Anal. Why would I duck a dry, shitty a-hole when there's a perfectly wet kitten? Like, right there? Also, economics. Agreed. Honestly, this is the best point in the whole thread. Seriously, I really don't understand economics at all. That people still haven't learned to recycle and continue to litter everywhere they go. I mean, is it that hard? Being a sports fanatic, to the point that if your team loses, it can ruin your week. Not working makes zero sense to me. Could care less. Edit. To be clear, I subscribe to I couldn't care less. Consciousness, not in comparison to being unconscious, but out of the trillions of animals on Earth. How did I end up in this body? I could have been born a slave in some ancient culture. I could have been a cat, bird, or some insect that lived for 4 days. Why me? Why now? My egg could have split in the womb and I could have been a twin. What happened to his consciousness? I have 3 kids. My wife lost her pregnancy between kid number 2 and number 3. I don't know if it was a girl or a boy. We could have had a kid number 4, number 5, and so on. But we chose to stop. What about them? What would they have been like? How many great or mediocre people were never born? It seems that the set of possible conscious beings would be huge and the vast majority of them never have a being to walk around in. How the hell did I, or we, end up so damn lucky? The need to believe that your country is better than all others. Having to dress up and drive into an office to do a job that could easily be done from home. I get it. You want to make sure your employees are actually working. But ducking seriously, wouldn't you know by seeing the work hasn't been done? Why do I have to waste gas and time when the internet, you know, exists? Why America is so opposed to universal healthcare, which would benefit everyone except the medical companies. The shift from bin to USR/bin. How nothing can travel faster than light, yet a Mercedes still turns before I see the indicator. I work in fire and EMS. When patients quit taking their blood pressure medication because they don't have high blood pressure anymore, that's because it's working nitwit, or seizure medication, or diabetes medication. Racism. I understand the evolutionary cause of it, but I'd think we would have grown past that in the last few hundred years. It boggles my mind that anyone can look at another human being and say duck them solely based on skin color/race. Why a straight length of a city street will arbitrarily change names. Open bracket. I.e. you come to an intersection. To your left is Walnut Saint, and to your right is Second Saint, comma, and they're both the same stretch of road. How my friend is back with her husband. He raped her, beat her, verbally abused her, made everyone in the family hate her because he would lie so much. Now they are back together. He also cheated on her. For me, infidelity is not something I will ever forgive. I know some people can and do, but I don't care how long we have been together or how many children we have. I will not put up with it. But the abuse, I cannot fathom that. They're going to therapy now. I'm happy for them, I just cannot wrap my head around it. Edit. I didn't think I would get this many responses stories. Thank you to all of you who took the time out to write a reply or story. You truly changed my opinion thought process about her situation. I realize now that nothing is black and white. And before anyone else PMs me about how dumb ugly I must be, there's no need. I am on the spectrum, therefore I don't think the same as others. I apologize. I just truly wanted insight. Skateboard ollies. Imagine hammering down with your fist on the tip of a spoon. The spoon goes flipping through the air. Now imagine that immediately after hammering down, another force stops the rotating motion by flicking forward on the other edge of the spoon, the handle. The spoon would still fly into the air, but then level out. That's what an ollie is. Whoa, you made it to the end? You're a ducking beast. I'll cut you a deal. Smash like and subscribe for more curated content, bruh. It's free and that's a great price.